Welcome to Volvo XC40 T5 Recharge. This is a plug-in hybrid, quirky, compact SUV, and it's got very little competition. It promises electric range of about 45 kilometers, and it costs £41,500 in the UK. Well, I say let's hop in, as long as we can manage to get out of here and find out what this beauty is all about. Right, so let's get down to nitty-gritty and launch this Swedish animal. So the weather conditions are, well, probably the worst you can have and might possibly die. And it'll be all your fault. We're going to pop you into power mode. Foot on the brake, foot on the throttle. We're launching. Oh dearest, front-wheel drive car. It's like grinding pepper and no pepper coming out. Oh, it is super slippery. And I don't think I'll even make it to 100. No, because I will definitely die and there'll be no more Anna on roads. Well, but when the weather conditions are good, the acceleration is definitely salubrious. I'm even actually impressed that it has managed to get this far. So the electric range I got was 20 kilometers. Now, what is important to mention are the severe weather condition on that particular day. It was minus 22. Minus 22, I kid you not. You see, you don't need Lapland for some cold weather. All you need to do is come to northeastern Poland and you got it. Now, half of the distance I was driving in the city and half of it on the motorway. And it was with any battery. As soon as you hit the motorway, your battery is like Dyson, and your range goes out of the window. Now, on a normal day, normal sort of ish conditions, gentle driving in the city, you will get probably about 40 kilometers, which isn't bad at all. Now, once you're out of electric juice, you of course have the wonderful flexibility of a petrol engine. What we've got here is a little bit petite, 1.5 liters, 3 cylinders petrol engine, but it does pump 180 horses, and of course we've got 82 horses coming out of the electric motor. The total's been calculated at 262 horses, 420 Newton meters of torque. And I would normally complain about such a small engine, but here, once you put your foot down, I mean, it's slippery, I'm literally driving on snow, the acceleration is actually salubrious, it is healthy, and I think this combination, electric motor with 1.5 liters, is actually quite good. Okay, let's talk charging. So using a regular charger at home, it'll take you about 5 hours to charge your battery. So perfect to pop it overnight. If you've got one of those home chargers, it'll take you about 3 hours. And this is really as good as it gets, because the charging process has got a cap of 3.6 kilowatts. So those fast chargers on the motorway, well, don't get carried away. They're not so fast for you. But the good news is that the petrol engine actually charges your battery a little bit when you brake. So if you drive a lot in the city, that comes in rather handy. What about being a passenger in XC40? So I've adjusted both front seats for my height, which is just over 1.7 meters, 5'6", and I've got plenty of legroom, very good headroom. What about the third person? Well, it's not looking too good, especially with my sexy snow boots. Yes, moving on. It's got plenty of space to carry 2 even tall adults, and actually the space here is lovely. It goes on and on. Okay, let's check the boot space. Let's see if it's going to work. The sensor is a bit stiff because of snow, never mind. So we've got 460 liters of space to carry all your clutter, which is, by the way, quite a bit for a plug-in hybrid. Also, very easy access in and out. By the way, this is your charging cable, not very elegant. And that's enough about the boot. In the time I waited for your love. In the time. So if you drive in what's so-called the hybrid mode, the car will shuffle between electric and petrol. And the transition is very, very good, because you cannot tell what, so you cannot tell when. It is this good, all of course to improve your efficiency. So the declared fuel economy is 2 liters. Well, dream on. Just to give an idea, I have left with fully charged battery. I have now used over half of a tank, just over half of a tank. I have not charged the battery, and my fuel economy is 9.4 liters. So I have no idea where the 2 liters have come from. It is important to mention this is a front-wheel drive car, and the all-wheel drive option is actually not available in the XC40 plug-in hybrid. I was a little bit disappointed. I'd like to see all-wheel drive option. I mean, I know this is a sort of a lifestyle, cool urban car, but all-wheel drive would have been useful. But then again, the fuel economy will probably be about 11 liters, and the hybrid will completely not make sense and just a little bit demanding. I mean, having said all that, the car hasn't performed badly on snow. I mean, it feels actually quite planted and fairly solid. I mean, I'm accelerating now around the corner and it's okay. I mean, it just keeps on pumping, so that's fine. So the interiors have been a strong selling point for Volvo for quite some time, and this is no exception because the cabin here is clean, it is pure and looks very lovely. The quality of the materials, the fit and finish is very good. I like this pattern, it looks very cool. Now, pretty and practical. Large bottle of water, you can easily fit inside pocket. Medium bottle of water, plenty of space to carry all your clutter. Wireless mobile charging, that'll cost you an extra. Now, speaking of extras, so the trim I have with me today is called R Design. It is the cheapest trim in the XC40 T5 model. Now, the cheapest doesn't mean it doesn't come with any meat on the bones, because it sure does. For example, these lovely seats, Alcantara leather, are part of the package. So is electric lumbar support. Oh yes. So are LED lights, rear parking sensors, cruise control, for example. But as with many car manufacturers, the world is your oyster when it comes to options, and as deep as your wallet is really. For example, for the heated seats, panoramic sunroof, that's all extra, and all the things you want to be having in a car like this. Anyway, the infotainment system, so the screen, touch screen, large screen, and the infotainment system is straightforward, easy to use, nothing complicated about it. Although I do feel the time is coming for Volvo to do a bit of an upgrade, so we shall wait and see. Now, overall, the cabin, it's elegant. It's the sort of charming simplicity in the cabin, and I actually really like it. This car is very easy and relaxing to drive. The ride is premium and the ride is refined. You do not feel any bumps, any imperfections on the road. It really is like riding on a soft cushion. The car is also very quiet, no tire noise, no wind noise. It is a brilliant long distance cruiser. The steering is nice and light. It's got a slight understeer, but it's suitable for this kind of a car. You really cannot fault the driving dynamics. The ride feels actually really lovely. This car is such a sweet daily. It is also a very fashionable, cool car. And I'm glad to see the plug-in hybrid option. The full electric is coming in the near future. But what the plug-in hybrid gives you is flexibility and often freedom. So you must carefully evaluate your lifestyle before you hop on this electric wagon. I personally really like this car. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Bye!